Well, good morning. I haven't been on here in a really long time and I'm kind of nervous. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me and catch up on my life today because it's been a really long time since one, I've done a video with Graham, and two, I've just like stopped making videos altogether and I kind of want to get back into it. So we're gonna talk about all of that today. Okay, but before we get into anything crazy, I gotta take care of my little doggos. Girls, you ready to go outside? Go! Alright, welcome to my living room. This is London. She's a little baby. She's not even a year old. Anyways, I'm just gonna get ready and talk about the last 2.5 years of my life and kind of like getting into YouTube and then stopping and then trying again, and then now I'm gonna try again and we'll see how it goes. I feel like I just get burnt out easily because it is my job to edit. I'm a wedding photographer, and so that gets kind of hazy, but also my degree is in film, so I want to like try to have other outlets that are hobbies for me that don't feel like work. Also, if you hear that in the background, Brizzy, our other dog, is eating her food and it's very loud. So I'm just gonna start getting ready. I have to run a couple errands today. I need to go get a new camera backpack. Hey, get out of there. Because the one I have is just, it's not as functional as I'd like it to be, and I'm running out of space for weddings. So I'm gonna try to go to Best Buy and get that, and I just kind of want to look somewhat put together. So I'm gonna start with some moisturizer. This stuff is the bomb. It's the Good Molecules kind, and it works so well. You can get it at Ulta. You can honestly probably get it at Target now because they have like an Ulta in Target now, which is kind of funny. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna use that, and then I'm just gonna kind of start, I guess, from where we left off. So I started making videos when I was younger. I got my first DSLR camera when I was probably 14. I ended up shooting my first wedding when I was 15, which is so crazy when you think about it. It was a small wedding, but nevertheless, it was experience that I didn't have, and it really jump-started my career for shooting weddings. So around that time, I started making YouTube videos, and I mean, they were probably really cringy. I was really little, but I enjoyed video, and I knew that I wanted to do something with video, and so that kind of passion took off. And I probably did videos for about a year at least, I would say. It was probably a little bit off and on. At the time, I was playing volleyball. I played volleyball for 5 years, and it was like my everything. And so I loved that, and I loved ooh, that made a weird noise. I loved talking about volleyball and what I did. I worked so hard for that sport. I mean, I played at home all the time. I practiced every single day. And so that part of my life was really important to me. And so that was one of the things I would film. Hi, baby girl. This is Brizzy, and she is my child. I love you. So I would film stuff like that. I would also film a lot about my faith. I'm a Christian. My husband and I are in ministry. Not necessarily in ministry in the job aspect, but we serve a lot in our church, and it's somewhere that we just love to place our time in. Tonight we're going to youth group, you know, it's just fun. So then, okay, you're gonna have to go so I can do this. I love you. Sorry. So that's a big part of our lives, is just serving in the youth group, and my husband does security, and he also plays bass. He's very talented. And I serve quite a bit with video. So I do video at the church a lot with certain things. Oh my gosh, did you see that? She just took a shoe. London, no. She just took one of my shoes off of our shoe rack. If she starts chewing it, I'm gonna be mad. So we serve a lot at our church. Like, our heart is really with youth, but we really enjoy having a space to serve others, and I love getting to know. I lead middle school girls, and I absolutely love getting to know them and talking with them and just being there for them. Like, it's just so fun to me, and it's, you know, that's what the gospel is. So we really enjoy that. And so I guess if I get into Graham and I, we started dating in 2018, February 2018, and 15. I had just turned 15, and I had just gone through not really a breakup, but like a boy that I liked and, you know, hurt my heart, whatever. So I wasn't into boys. I mean, I was, but like I didn't want to date anyone at that age, you know. So then after that, Graham started texting me randomly over and over, and just like, hey, how are you? And I was like, I'm good, how are you? Like, we didn't like know each other at all, really. He was bold enough to text me. So then after about a month of that, I eventually gave in. I was like, you know, he's cute, he's so sweet, he obviously likes me, you know, I'm gonna try that, you know. It wasn't ever that I didn't really like him at the beginning when he was texting me. It was just kind of like, I don't want to be with anyone at that age, you know. Like, I wasn't interested. I had been hurt. Hey, do not eat my bronzer. Get away. So yeah, then I just eventually was like, you know what, why not? So then we dated for 5 years, actually 4 years, and then we got married. So he proposed 6 months after we graduated high school, and I was 19, he was 20. No, we were both 18. He was 19, I was 18. In November of 2021, so after almost 4 years of dating, we graduated high school and we're like, we're getting married. Like, we don't care. We're done waiting to get married. We want to be married. We've known this forever. We're getting married. So then we had a 4-month engagement, which highly would recommend doing a short engagement. My mom probably wanted to kill me because I sucked at wedding planning and I didn't do a lot. But I knew that I didn't want to have a long engagement. I think long engagements are hard, especially if you're waiting till marriage. I feel like it's not necessary. If you're getting engaged, you should be ready to get married. Stop. And if I could have done it again, I would have done it shorter, you know? Like, but it flew by. I feel like this is a little bit too bright. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That might be a little better. Is that better? I don't know. Okay. So that was just kind of like our opinion. Like, we want to get married. When we get engaged, we're getting married fast. So what's funny is I actually got my wedding dress 3 days before he proposed. So I worked for a puppy breeder, and she actually is where I got these two little doodles. But she had a customer of a bridal, like, owner, bridal dress. What do you call that? What is that called? Like a wedding dress shop owner, who got a puppy, and she was like, my boss was like, hey, I know someone that's going to be getting married soon, obviously, because we talked about it a lot, and she's going to need a wedding dress. And so the bridal shop was actually doing a Black Friday sale, and she was like, you know what, you gave me a puppy, like, not gave me, but, you know, we've connected, let's let your bride come, you know, shop the sale first. So I got to shop a wedding dress shop sale first, Black Friday sale. And I thought, do not chew that. Oh my gosh. Do you see her? She's chewing my shoe. Hold on. So then, I think it was about a week or two later, me, my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my best friend, her mom, and Mary, my boss, who I'm super close with, or she was my boss, but I'm still super close with them, went and shopped this wedding day sale. And I got my dress for 50% off, and it was the best thing ever. Took it home that day off the rack, showed my dad. Everyone was so excited. I like it. Isn't it gorgeous?
You got the return thing in case he changes his mind.
But it has buttons on. And then 3 days later, he proposed. We already had a date before he proposed, which was April 9th of 2022. So it was just, everything was planned before, but I actually really enjoyed it that way because I knew what was going on. Obviously I didn't know when he was proposing. I knew he had the ring. It was on his nightstand, and one time I went down to the basement and just saw it. So not so hot there, Graham, but that's okay. I was really excited. I had the ring for probably like a month and a half before he proposed, which props to him. Like, I would have just been too excited and probably just been like, let's get married. Again, we already had a date, so it didn't really like matter when he proposed because we had already agreed upon April 9th. And, you know, wedding planning, all of that, we definitely had our struggles of engagement, not between us, but between other people, and that was a really, really difficult time. Thankfully, most of those relationships are mended, but I'll be honest, getting married young is not easy when people don't agree. So that was hard, but as I said, most of those relationships are completely like mended now, and you're gonna walk through, and there are people that are not gonna agree with you. We got married. We went on our honeymoon to the Bahamas, so we actually went on a cruise, because you know what, almost anywhere we couldn't get a hotel because we weren't 21, we were like 19. So we went on a cruise, and if you go on a cruise with Royal Caribbean, you cannot go on a cruise if you're underage unless you're married or like in like the military. So we had to bring our marriage certificate, and what's hilarious is we actually got to the cruise port and they like didn't think it was legit at first. They like called like 5 people over to see our marriage license, and I was like, well, we're married, what do you want me to do? Eventually let us on, but that was stressful. So then, oh, do you hear them? That's my dogs. Then, great honeymoon. And then since then, we have taken like 10 trips. We've been married about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half. Yeah. We've taken like 8 or 9 trips since then. We've gone to Disney, we've gone to Mexico, we've gone to California, we went to Disneyland, we went to Seattle, we went to Alaska. We had one trip with my extended family to North Carolina. Like, we are just really out here living our best lives. So thankful for it. Obviously, none of that would be possible without God providing for us. And he really has provided every step of the way. We were in a small apartment before we moved to this house, and he provided that when we needed it. And when we needed to leave that apartment, he provided this house. And so every step of the way of our marriage, we've just really been thankful for everything that we've gotten to do and everything that's been provided for us. My husband works really hard. He works at Chick-fil-A. He's been there 5 years. He's a manager. And, you know, that has its moments too. And so does photography. People make you want to run your head through a wall. Let's be honest. I really do enjoy my job, but at the same time, it can get really tiring, which is why I was hesitant to start YouTube again, because it's like the same. But then again, I'm not dealing with someone. I'm dealing with myself. So I don't know if that's better or worse. I really enjoy shooting weddings, and obviously I do like families and couples, and I do video stuff here and there too, but I really do enjoy my job. I'm able to be home with the dogs like every day almost, and I get to shoot weddings on the weekends with my husband, which is so fun, by the way, because he does video a lot. He does like the drone, and I do all the photos and some video. And so it's really fun. It's, you know, some people say never work with your partner, but I quite enjoy it. And honestly, with a small girl like me going to weddings where people are getting drunk and blasted, it's probably a good idea to have my 6'7" husband with me. But we really do enjoy that aspect of our life. It's kind of slowed down the last month in a sense for weddings, which honestly, very thankful, because we had like 6 weddings in like a month and a half-ish, and like a few of them were in like a span of 2 weeks, and that was like really difficult and just a lot to handle. I had a little bit of a break, but then at the same time we haven't. I've been shooting fall minis like every day. On probably 25 mini shoots in the last 3 weeks, and so my editing list is getting pretty long, and I'm trying to catch up as much as I can. I mean, I'm not like not caught up. It's just like looming over me. And with the holidays coming up, it's, you know, let's get all of these done so I can breathe. But again, just trying to stay really thankful for the fact that God has just really blessed this business and given us so much with it and so much ability to do stuff with it. They're gonna wrestle now. Do you see them? So yeah, I feel like that's kind of like caught up to where we are now. We're just married, enjoying life. Oh my gosh, you hear them? We're just enjoying life. We're just having fun. We're not tied down with anything except our dogs. We have the best friend Philip who watches our dogs all the time, and they're quite crazy. They're actually mom and daughter, fun fact. So London's the baby, Brizzy's the mama. But that's pretty much just like where we're at in life. We're just having fun. We're just free. We don't want kids for a hot minute. My sister's actually pregnant and having a baby soon. So it's like the perfect time, because if I were to get baby fever, I would just take the baby, hand it back whenever I want. So I'm super excited for that. Okay, I think I kind of got them to settle down for a second. So that's just kind of where we're at. I'm hoping to start vlogging with Graham. He's at work right now, and I just got this spur of the moment, like, you know what, I want to do this again. I want to try. Hey, come here. Come. And so I'm just very excited to try again and just, have a creative outlet for myself and not feel like work. It just feel like something I can do and look back on. I really want to look back on so many of the memories and moments that we're like having right now. Married at 21 almost is like so crazy and so fun, and we'll be married 2 years in April, which is crazy. And so it's just been so fun. I just want to remember all of it, even you. London has caused us a lot of trouble, but it's okay. She broke her leg 3 days after we got her. Actually, Brizzy broke her leg 3 days after we got her. She, ran over her. Didn't see her. That was an expensive vet bill. But these are the things I want to remember one day. So I hope if you watched this that you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's fine too. But this is really just a place for me to look back on. And if people enjoy watching it, then that's great. So anyway, I gotta go to Best Buy and I gotta get some grub because I am hungry. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.